There's ones where like you've got to play a part, and there's ones where like the people who are the actors, so to speak, are all mingled in with the dinner group.
Okay.
I have literally no clue what's happening, so
Cool.
I'm entirely prepared for that.
Yeah,
Okay,
it'll be
it is
fun.
recording.
Oh, we
Sweet.
got it?
Sorry to interrupt. Ready whenever.
All right. Let me catch my breath for a second.
Yeah, and I will go mute.
All right. So as Jimmy Buffett was wasting away in Margaritaville and eating that last mango in Paris, little did his fans know that those chart-topping hits were made possible by bats. My name is Michelle, and I volunteer at the San Antonio Zoo with their education department as a zoo docent. And I've scoured the zoo's educational website as well as kept up to date with Bat Conservation International. I wasn't always really, I wasn't always interested in bats. I always thought they were associated with Halloween and Batman. I learned that a bat's diet shapes the world as we know it, and I knew I had to dive a little deeper into that bat cave. So bats have three main diets depending on their species. We have insectivore bats, frugivore bats, and blood-eating bats. Let's start with the insectivores. So these bats eat a lot of insects every night, and they keep the insect population in check. Don Wilson from Arizona State University states that bats from Bracken Cave in San Antonio eat up to 200 tons of insects every single night. That equates to about 200 Volkswagen Beetles, although bats don't eat Volkswagen Beetles. And why is that important? It's because bugs can cause crop damage. Bat Conservation International states that estimates that bats saved United States farmers $240 billion a year from crop damage prevention and the limit of pesticides. There is a moth that damages crops like corn and cotton that I use every day and saves us a lot of money from doing so. And some of the insects that bats eat can spread disease, like mosquitoes. The World Atlas reports that in 2018, 830,000 people died from mosquito-related deaths. These are things like malaria, West Nile virus, Zika can be spread by mosquitoes as well, and mosquitoes can harm livestock by giving them anemia and other diseases. So not only do bats prevent our food from being destroyed, but they also help it to grow. Frugivorous bats eat pollen, nectar, and fruit. Bats pollinate and propagate many plants that we eat every day. They pollinate very special plants such as guava and mangoes, which is one of my favorite fruits. And they're one of the very few pollinators for the agave plant, which is where tequila comes from, like those margaritas that Jimmy Buffett drinks all the time. Bats propagate seeds and eat fruits like banana and cacao, which is where chocolate comes from. So bats will go eat the fruit and then they start flying away. And you know what their guano do? That's a fancy word for bat poop. Their guano drop that seed encased in their guano to the ground and new plant growth will form. And this increases plant populations and biodiversity. So we've learned that bats put food on our table, but how does a blood-eating bat help us? Bats help scientists with medical research and technology. Bats eat blood, and there's an enzyme in their saliva that prevents coagulation in the animal that it bites. So it doesn't form a scab, it keeps pouring blood out so that the bat can keep on eating. This enzyme is called draculin and has been used in medications for blood clot patients and stroke patients. And it's also reversible, unlike a lot of the synthetic drugs that are on the market today. And bat guano has been used in research. It's very high in nitrates and has been used as a fertilizer to help plant growth and also been used in gunpowder and explosives. Sorry, I don't have breath. All right, so as you can see, bats have a large impact on our daily lives. Bats save us a lot of money. They keep insect populations in check, and they put food on our table and even save lives through medical research. Since bats do so much for humans, what can humans do for bats? The Oregon Zoo suggests that we buy organic and sustainably made products You can place a bat house on your property for them to live in and support conservation groups such as Bat Conservation International. So the next day that you're wasting away in Margaritaville, be sure to raise your glass to a bat. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
That was good.
Excuse me as I mouth
good
breathe over
job.
here. I'm going to put myself on mute.
Good job.
All right.
Good job.
So I'm going to share my screen with a PowerPoint, and then will you guys just tell me like what you see, like if you can still see me too, or?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. Oh wait, Morgan, I think.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I
I think if you go to like the arrow next to share screen.
Oh, good. Multiple participants can share simultaneously, maybe? Try it now?
Maybe, yeah, let's see. There we go. Yep. Okay. All right. So what are you guys seeing right now?
It's perfect. We've got the screen up and then you are in the smaller camera now.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Good deal. All right, let me start this up. All right, let me.
All right, I'm muting.
Cool. Sorry. Okay, cool. Buddha was asked, "What have you learned from meditation?" And he replied, "Nothing. However, let me tell you what I have lost: anger, anxiety, depression, insecurity, and fear of old age and death." Almost everyone has experienced some form of anxiety and depression in their lifetimes, whether that's from starting a new job, or maybe you're trying to meet a deadline, or maybe you're just unhappy about where you are in life. Whether clinically diagnosed or self-proclaimed, mental illnesses have skyrocketed in the last 5 or so years. So not only have I both personally experienced anxiety and depression, but I've also done a multitude of research on meditation, and I practice meditation myself. Meditation is a practice where you focus on calming the mind. It can be one solution to many common mental illnesses, and it can be practiced in a variety of ways. So to begin discussing how meditation can help somebody, it's important to understand what meditation is and a few of the different types. So according to Linda Andrews' book, Meditation, published in 2004, meditation is nothing more than the practice of focusing your mind on a particular thing or activity. Meditation relaxes your mind and body, but not every relaxing thing is meditation, just those activities in which you're focusing on one thing. It can be anything you want it to be, just as long as you're focusing on the one thing for an extended period of time. There are several different types of meditation, and I will focus on two for the sake of time. Those are concentration or focused meditation and mindfulness meditation. Holly Bertone's article, "Which Meditation is Right for Me," published in 2017, states that focused meditation involves concentration using any of the 5 senses. You can focus on something internal, like your breath, or you can bring in external influences to help focus your attention. Additionally, Bertone says that in mindfulness meditation, you pay attention to your thoughts as they pass through your mind. In this type of meditation, you don't judge your thoughts or engage with them. So now that I've discussed a little bit about what meditation is and a few of the different types, I'll briefly talk about how it can help reduce mental illnesses. So meditation has been scientifically proven to reduce anxiety, depression, stress, and things like that. According to The Healing Power of Meditation, edited by Andy Fraser in 2013, meditation reduces anxiety in the amygdala, a part of the brain associated with fear and anxiety, and causes the amygdala to become smaller. So this is a major finding because people can actually use meditation to alter their brain function and reduce their stress and anxiety. Additionally, Fraser states that meditation increases activity in the parts of the brain that have been linked to depression, anxiety disorder, schizophrenia, and bipolar disorder. Meditation can be a great way to relax and reduce anxiety and depression, in addition to something like therapy and medication as well. Not only can meditation help improve mental illnesses, but according to I Think Therefore I Own, a write-up by Sharon Sears and Sue Krause from 2009 on a study on the effects of mindfulness meditation, they say this practice nonetheless may promote adaptation by helping people to see more clearly and approach whatever arises with acceptance and kindness. So evidently, meditation can help improve one's mental well-being, and maybe you're now probably wondering how to meditate. Meditation can be practiced in a variety of ways. A great place to start when you're just beginning your meditation journey is using a guided meditation application on your phone. 2 free apps that are out there are Headspace and Calm. I've used both. They both have great guided meditations, and I would vouch for both of them. Another way to get into meditating is by doing it through your everyday activities. So for example, while you're in the shower, you can close your eyes for a little bit and just focus on how the water feels on your body. Or while you're brushing your teeth, you can focus on how the toothbrush feels. By focusing on these things, you can clear and calm your mind, which in turn affects your physiology, and it really reduces your levels of stress and anxiety. So meditation is a very large topic that can be discussed for hours, but hopefully you now have a little bit of a grasp about what meditation is and is not, and how it can help you, whether you suffer from anxiety and depression, or maybe you just want to clear your head a little bit. So I have covered what meditation is, how it can help reduce mental illnesses, and offered a few ways for you guys to begin your own meditation journey. And I ask that each of you try some form of meditation tonight, and it can literally be something as simple as just sitting down on the couch, closing your eyes, and just focusing on your thoughts and what's going through your head for 30 seconds. And it's a great way to get started. It turns out that actually focusing on your thoughts can help improve them. Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Awesome topics, guys.
Yeah.
Anybody else going tonight? Cool. Well, I'll stop the recording